Alrighty guys, so back on the 71 Cub Cadet here today, and I just loosened all the bolts for his rear cover to get the gear oil drained. As you guys can see, it's starting to seep out on its own. Luckily I got the camera off the charger. I want to leave them two bolts in to hold it. I'm not planning to save the oil, by the way, so I don't care if I get any dirt in it. Plus side, there was oil in it. There we go. Now hopefully it doesn't hold more than 4 quarts. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Hopefully you guys saw that. And the oil that's coming out of it looks like good gear oil. So, then I need to wipe my fingers off now. Look at that, just starting to slow up now. Very good, I think we should be alright there, I hope. Maybe not. I actually don't know how much these hold, so, oh, there we go. Okay, now it's stopping. So, we're good there. And I'll make a video about what we're doing with what we're doing with this thing, what's going on here in a minute. Actually, at this point, I'll probably do it after lunch. It is lunchtime. Monkey with some other stuff, and it's raining outside now, so anyhow. I'll pick up on this after lunch, and main thing for me right now, I'm kind of going to be on a hold for parts. And that'll go into the whole what the club is doing, etc. part of this. So anyhow, just hold on to your seats a minute, guys. Alrighty guys, so basically what's going on with this, and some of you guys will know about this, some of you guys won't. Basically, because this belongs to a club, I'm a club member of the club and a trustee of the club. But basically, me, myself, and I cannot totally make the final decisions on what happens to this. It has to go through the club and has to be voted on and agreed upon. So what you guys saw in the last video was basically me thrashing on this the night before the meeting to get it running and see what it needed. And then from there, the club and club members can make the decision on what we wanted to do with it. And the decision was made, we want to keep the tractor, we want to get it functioning good, and we're going to paint it the club's colors. And the club's colors are basically blue and white. It's going to look like a Ford, pretty much. So basically we're going to keep it. It's going to be a second barrel train tractor, which I think you guys have seen clips of the barrel train here and there that we've got for the club. And basically we found it works better to run it with 3 barrels behind two different garden tractors. And right now we only have one running garden tractor. This will be the second one. There's a wheel horse, the 71, and right now we have a Cub Cadet Lowboy, which is going to be the raffle tractor for hopefully next year, depending on COVID. But so what my part of this is going to be is getting this running and driving. There is two or three, there's a couple of them in the club that are Cub Cadet guys, and they're basically going to donate any of the parts to this cause, more or less, any of the Cub Cadet specific parts, and a lot of stuff I can get through work and whatnot. So pretty much I'm going to start with the big obvious stuff, which is the rear axle that's bent, and getting the grill forward, seeing if I can get the charging system to work. I did get the sediment bowl cleaned up for this and put it back on the tank. I'm probably going to take this tank off of here and put a chain in it and shake it around and try and clean it out the best I can with some diesel or something. And pretty much go from there. I think it's gonna end up. I gotta talk to my parts guys and see what they have spare parts wise and what's going to be easiest to change, because like I know the steering wheel is bent. It actually must be this one right here, because one of them, if the throttle is in, oh yeah, about the half position, that one hits, that one goes over it, yeah, that one hits, and this one is really close. So just got stuff like that, because this is not going to be going back 100% original. And this has been crappily painted once, I would say, at some point in its life. So, yeah. Basically take the snowplow off, rear axle. I'll probably, well, obviously the rear end oil is getting changed in it. And I'll change the engine oil. Needs a good battery. Figure out the hood and grill situation. Footrest on this side is bent. And I think that's really about it, except for the axle. And I'm going to look at the rear end since I have the cover off and stuff, make sure there's nothing wild going on inside there, but it should be alright. And we're going to go from there. I have to look at the charging system too. I don't think it was charging while it was running, but I could be wrong, because I didn't have a good battery in here. This battery that's in here is total garbage. Load test, no good at all, but it has enough power to run the coil. Go figure. So, alright guys, that's going to be it for this segment. And on the next one here, hopefully we'll be getting some work done. So, catch you guys later. It's really hard to get off of, but I like this tractor. It's kind of neat. So guys, it's actually been, it's about a day and a half later. I basically got really windy, and you guys are going to see pushing a tree down with the 3910 in between this and this, and I just never picked the camera back up. So anyhow, getting back to it here Monday night, but I got everything drained out. There's a little bit of sludge in the rear end, but it's not too bad. And I got the axle pulled out, as you guys can see. I did break the clip. Here it is. It looks like this clip was pretty messed up to start with anyhow, so I'll have to get a new E-clip and put in it. And I got the footrest unbolted from it, and I'm working on heating that bar up a little bit there, see if it'll get a little more malleable. And then I'm just gonna stand back here and bounce on it a little bit, and hopefully it'll bend back some. Sounds good. If it doesn't work, then I guess I'll have to unbolt that and we'll get another one. Sad thing is, we're not really planning on using the lift, because we're taking the snowplow off of this and selling it, and it's going to be using for pulling our barrel train, which I mentioned before, so no use for the snowplow. So anyhow, other thing I have done is I put the points cover back on. I bolted the air cleaner back on it. Next thing, I guess I'll have to get a good battery and put in it, and then we'll check out the charging system and see if I can't get a key for it, and better axle, and you know, we'll get there. So anyhow, I can see it's starting to get pretty warm now, so I hang you guys up and just see what happens here. Alrighty guys, so I got a set of axles for this tractor. Kind of eyeballing this. I think I'm probably going to use this axle, because it's less rusty. Means I'll have less chance of tearing the seal while I put it in. There's a little spot there. I'll have to shine her up with some emery cloth or something. But okay, not going to show you guys putting this in, because you guys need to charge from doing the tree job today with the 3910. So okay, charge this up, and I got to figure out how to add oil to this thing. Take the plug out of the cover. My long flexi funnel. 80-90 weight gear oil though. It's going to be entertaining. So it's kind of cartoon looking. Might be kind of cool. You can see the before and after. Let's see, dry rotted and cracked. Has a tube, but bad tube, dry rotted and cracked. And probably all, oh, they're also dry rotted and cracked. They're actually a little scary. So we're gonna make up our mind here. I'm gonna keep plugging away. I did get the axle in, and all the bolts are tightened down in the back. I'll have to double check and make sure I got them tightened pretty good. So, okay, I'm gonna keep moving here. Alright, so hopefully, as you guys have seen from the last clip there, but I got the Cadet 71 running pretty good, and I took it on a little bit of a test drive there in the dark. Obviously you guys can't see too much, but it's running good. Battery is charging. I did check that. I didn't do it on camera, but at about half idle it was going up to around 13.15, something like that, just at half throttle. So full tilt, the regulator seems like it's working good, so we're going to let that be. So yeah, so for right now, that's as far as I'm going to go with it. I'll have one of the Cub Cadet guys stop over one day, and we're going to look at some things here and go from there. And the guy that's going to do the paint and the body work is going to work on like that stuff in the hood, which really, that's about the only thing that really needs straightened a lot. This one footrest over here is still bent down a little bit, but I'll talk to the guys and see what they want to do. So, alright guys, for right now, that's going to be it on this project. Later, I'll keep you guys updated as I get updates on this thing or otherwise.